What's going on, guys? We are back with some more replay analysis. This one is of Mercurius or Mercurius. I'm just gonna call him Merc for the rest of this, just to make it easier on myself. This is a 2-on-2 game. Surprisingly, I've been having a lot of 3-on-3 replays, so we should finally get some 2v2 replays. And yeah, it's a Rising Star gameplay. So I think that's the first one in like the blue tier, if you want to call it that. But yeah, let's get right into it. He got this replay analyzed through Patreon, patreon.com/Gibbs00. There's a $20 tier for a month, and usually they get filled up pretty quick, but just keep checking on it if you want to get one analyzed. Alright, now let's get into it. Let's start over. Here we go, 2v2, so we got the two heads-up positions. And right away, free goal from Merc. Now, this should never happen, ever in face-offs. So let's go over to Lilium, whatever his name is. So he's the one on the face-off here. I don't know what he does, honestly, at all here. He's boosting. He runs out of boost like early, it seems. Or he just stops boosting and doesn't jump. Like on the face-off, especially the heads-up face-off, you should always jump. Because if you don't jump and they go for the fast face-off, it's just going to go right over your head just like this. As a free goal. I don't understand why you would not use all your boost and then not jump on a face-off. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Especially on a heads-up. Always jump, guys. Always get to the middle of the ball. Unless you're trying for like a fast face-off so you're low on it and try and go the chip over him. That's fine. But if you're going normal speed, generally you want to jump. So let's get back into it with Mercurius. Let's see how this goes. Right here, we just get a free goal. Looks like a Lilium again just screws up and they get another free goal. Nice 2-goal lead to start this game off. Then we got diagonal face-offs. Both people on orange go. And twos, I don't suggest at all ever having 2 go. Try to call like got it or defending or take the shot if you have to. Because right here, if we go back, like Wombat gets a free shot basically from this. Because they both go, so then Wombat gets the next shot with full boost. While no one else has boost. Wombat should have put this in right here. And just kind of whiffs on it. And then Merc here. So this is a really poor hit. So let's slow this one down. We'll even go like 10%. So we see like a Lilium or whatever, Allium. I guess Allium. I don't know. He jumps, so he's just out of the play. So let's pause. Well, actually, we'll continue. So he's out of the play. So you know he has that entire right side of the net wide open, and instead he throws it to the left, right where Fox already is. So let's back it up again. We'll increase the speed a bit here. So Fox is coming back around. So he knows he has a free right side of the net. Right as a Lilium jumps right here. Now, there's 2 things that you should do on this play. One, it's his shot no matter what happens here. No one else is coming close to this ball. So he's got plenty of time to do whatever he wants. He should wait for the bounce, and then he can get a nice high shot. Instead, he hits it right before it bounces. Whenever you hit it that way, it's just going to kind of like die like along the ground, and it's usually a weaker shot. Plus, it doesn't go in the air, so it's a lot easier of a save. Like, if he puts that in the air at all, it's probably going over Fox's head, and a goal, no matter what side he goes. So either, like, choose your side based on where the cars are, or, well, so choose the side and at the same time play the bounce and get a proper goal or a proper shot into like the top shelf when possible. Like even if it's not all the way top shelf, like as long as it's just a little bit in the air, it makes it a lot harder to save for Fox. Instead, Fox gets to do a nice easy clear to the corner like as you see here. And it kind of screws them up. So let's go back to 100%. But yeah, definitely work on those shots. Like try and use the ball's bounce whenever you can on a shot. So let's go back here and see what his corner play was like. Personally here, I would have went under that ball a bit more. Like okay, so right here, like as this ball's climbing the wall, like instead of hooking around to try and shoot it on net, like I would go directly like under the ball. So you pop it up in the air towards the center of the field for like a good pass for your teammate. Instead, he goes for like the semi shot by hooking around to the left here. We'll go 25%. So he comes up here, but now he's too high in the ball as well. So now the ball's going to drop down, and again, makes it like an easier save for the other team. So instead of going up high in the ball and wrapping around the wall, maybe his teammate would be ready for the center. Instead, he kind of just drops it low. Luckily, no one's in net right now. Like, Fox is, like, trying to come up for the corner, which he shouldn't have been because that was easily Blue's ball. And Lilium is just getting boost, so not sure what he's doing there. Here, he just jumps a little bit late and kind of screws that up. Just look at that 10% whiff. Ooh. But if he would have got any touch on that ball, that's probably a goal because he would pop it into top shelf. Instead, he gets the whiff, so it makes it an easy save. Just got to work on climbing to that ball a little bit quicker. Which, let's see how he climbed to it real quick before we move on here. So right there, like, I would jump. Like, he should have just double jumped to get his height that he needed. And shouldn't have been going as fast. Like, sometimes, like, you go too fast when you're getting ready for a play. Or, like, to the ball, basically. And sometimes it's better to go a lot slower. Especially when you have to go in the air. It makes it a much better chance to make good contact on the ball. Because you can kind of change your direction in the air based on your boost. All right, let's go back. I want to go back to right. Yeah, right after the whiff. So we got Wombat coming in with the center. Or the shot attempt, I guess. Not sure what he's trying to do here. So, Merc actually, like, kind of screws up here, I think, pretty bad. It wouldn't have mattered. It's not going to be a goal either way. Here, let's go to 50. And then we'll drop it down to 10% in a second. Okay, so Wombat's doing that. He turns around because he's getting ready for the play. Makes sense. What he does, though, is Wombat, the only thing he can do is shoot this wide or shoot this in. There's really nothing else he can do. So he should probably be hooking a bit more wide unless he hits the post. That's like the 5% chance that he hits the post, and then he can get a free goal that way. But he plays way too hard for the post and just goes like dead center, and then instead now the ball's past him, and he can't really do much with it. Now Wombat has to hit it again, and he has to retreat. Like, if he would have hooked all the way right, which I guess, like, my camera's backwards, but if he would have hooked all the way right, then he could have, like, recentered, maybe passed to himself back into the middle and got a nice chip-in goal or something, but that didn't work out. Now here, he kind of just gets confused by his ball cam. So I want to actually bring this one back too. Like, this play's not great. So right when that happens, here he could jump and then just kind of tap it to the side or wait till it lands and dribble it out. Instead, he kind of goes under the ball. Like, he hooks under it and back, and he just gets kind of confused by the ball cam. Sometimes here it's not a bad idea to turn off ball cam if you know the ball's going to land in front of you and try and, like, line up the white circle with your car and just so you can roll it up your wall. Instead, he leaves ball cam on, kind of gets confused, and twists around the ball, leading to a really good shot for Orange that should have been in. Like, this is a very easy top corner shot that Fox just kind of whiffs on. He does make the smart play of trying to, like, guard this corner, which, like, it's probably the probable shot. But at this point, he basically just has to guess, and luckily they get a miss here. So let's continue. One thing I've been noticing too, alright, so this play was just awful. That is, like, a terrible play. So let's go back. Alright, he's got all the time in the world. This is his ball to hit. No one else is coming. He's got Wombat to his left. Alright, so Wombat leaves. So now it's just him. Now this is like a dribble game. Instead, all he does is just tap it to the other guy. Like, what is that going to do? Like, you're not going to score, plus you're giving a ball control to the other team for a really easy clear because he was on the ground as well. When instead, like, he could have went up to the side of the ball, like to the left, threw it on top of his hood, and then tried to make some type of dribble play. Or he throws his up the wall to the left, and then tries to make a center for Wombat. Instead, he just taps it to him. Like, you had a one-on-one situation where you could have dribbled that out and tried for a shot. Instead, you kind of just gave Lilium a really easy clear, which he didn't even do that great of a job with, but he didn't have to, and now it's a free clear. And looks like it's about to be a goal for them. And this is all because he just passed it right to him when he had ball control. Like, don't give up ball control if you don't have to. Like, sometimes, yeah, I get, like, you're trying to, like, reset on defense, but you had a good dribble opportunity that you don't even need boost for. And instead, you just kind of toss it to him, which I think is just an awful play. So here also, well, it's cracked a little bit there. Ooh, here. So he's going back. He needs to hit this ball. Like, he needs to attack this ball. He's kind of like trying to hit it off the hood of his car, but he doesn't have to do that. He could just hit it to the right. He was there way before the Orange team, and instead he tries to do like the weird pop off the top of your hood car, off the hood, but it doesn't work at all. And I can't talk today. I'm sorry. I apologize. And so a free goal for Orange. That was definitely all Merc's fault for the most part there. And it was just, that was just a bad play all around. Those are the plays you can't make in twos. Like in twos, you have so much time sometimes that you need to know how to dribble a little bit. Like you don't even need to do a ton of stuff, but you need to know a little bit. Because in twos, you're going to have plenty of times when it's just you and the ball, and you got to figure out what to do with it. So let's go back here real quick. Here's actually a really bad play as well, personally, I think. I'm not trying to bash on Merc. But, so the ball's going in the corner. He knows it's going in the corner. Personally, like, instead of hooking around like this, right? All right, hold on. Let's go back a little bit further, and then I can slow it down. We'll slow it down 25% here. All right, so he grabs the boost. Trying to see if Wombat's going to hit it. This makes sense. Once you see him lose, though, see, he starts hooking back to net. Right here, I would continue to net. Let's go into fly. So right here, just continue to net, and then, like, turn around, like, at your post. And get ready for the ball, like, off the wall. Instead, he turns quicker. Now he's closer to the corner walls, so it's harder to react to a weird bounce. When he could have just went to his post, seen the play a little bit better, and then cleared it a lot better. Instead, he passes right back to the middle. And, like, if Lilium just waited to see what Merc was going to do with that, that's a free shot. And there's no goalie. Well, Wombat just got back. So Wombat might have made a save, but wasn't the greatest play, unless he knew that the orange team left, but I'd say it's doubtful. All right, let's go back into play review. Here, he gets a nice pop, though, right after, so it makes it a tough play. And Lilium doesn't do anything with it because it's in the air. Like, if that's on the ground, like, Lilium's going to clear that really well, like he did before. So you definitely want to make sure you get those clears in the air whenever you can. And this gives a free shot for Wombat, and Wombat just puts this one in. Beautiful shot off the crossbar. Beautiful play. So let's continue the 100%. We're only 3:47 in. I'm already 12 minutes in. Man, this is going to be a long replay. All right, let's continue. Here he's just waiting for the face-off. Makes sense. Okay, he was a little too far away, which is fine. I mean, he thought it could have been a better clear. But he kind of gets messed up here by Fox. That's actually a good play right there. Throwing it into the corner. I don't think he meant to throw this in the corner. It looked like he was trying to throw it back up a middle, which is not the right play there. Like, the right play is to throw it gently in your corner, waste time so then Wombat can get back, which works out for him because, like, that's the type of hit that he got. Here, it's kind of just ball control game right now. Lilium makes a nice demo. So, one thing I've been noticing with Merc that I haven't really touched on a bunch in this replay is he's a little slow. Like, not like himself, but I mean, like, the way he's driving stuff. Like, here, he reacts, like, to this dribble so slowly that it's very easy to read. Like, he's just gonna move a little bit quicker, make the cuts a little bit quicker, and I think that would help. But that, I think, just comes with time played and mechanics. And if you get used to playing faster, then you can make moves quicker. Like, I would, like, even just go into training and just, like, stay supersonic and try and just hit the ball around and try and make cuts and stuff like that. Just try and move fast at all times. All right, let's go back here real quick. So right here, Wombat misses. He leaves. It's hard to tell, like, if he's circling back. So he tries to pass it to Wombat, but Wombat actually did just completely leave. So, I mean, that's just, like, miscommunication. Like, couldn't tell if Wombat was leaving or if he was circling back. So, I'm not going to fault him too hard on that. Wombat kind of just whiffed, too, on the defense. So, not really Merc's fault. Here, he tries for the fast kickoff. That time, they jumped for the face-off, and they won it very easily. All right. Just waiting out. See, like, there, like, you just got to react a little bit better to those and, like, get the touch, like, do a side flip there, and you probably have a goal. It just seems a little bit slow to react to the ball sometimes. But, again, that's, like, you can't really teach that, so. Here, he just barely misses. Like, it was a decent shot, for sure. In the air. This play I actually like a lot. It's not much, but so he goes back right down the middle line and grabs 5 boost pads. So that's a 60 boost right there. Now he's got full boost, basically. That's a really good thing to do whenever you're going back on defense. Like, if you can't mess up the opponent, go down that straight line if possible and grab all those boost pads, and then you don't have to worry about grabbing the full boost because you'll have plenty. So that was actually a really good boost management play that I liked a lot. All right, here, he kind of has time. So let's go back. A good clear here. Like, this is his ball next. He probably doesn't have to go up the wall for this. He probably could have just went dead on and flew to it to try for the pass. Instead, he goes at the wall, which makes it a tougher play, and just kind of whiffs on it. You can probably just fly to those because you know that it's going to curl up the wall, and then you have a good chance to just aerial and pass it off the wall to Wombat. And here, they just kind of get a good pass and play. They barely can't get back. Not sure where Wombat was, but what can you do? All right, here we go. Here we go. Face off. So I like these face-offs. He just kind of flips into the middle of it. Like, it's a safe face-off. I personally like safe face-offs. I'm not a big fan of the fast face-off, but that's really nothing. Here's a good challenge, though. He comes up. Fox actually... So this play's hard. Like, this play I make a lot, too. Like, you think that they can't make the next hit, but then he just barely cuts under it. That's hard to judge, and it just comes with time. And you'll still make those mistakes. Like, oh, I didn't realize that he could hit it again, so... Not the worst challenge in the world, though. But you just got to be careful in twos when you go for hard challenges. Make sure it's at least a decent challenge because now you only have one guy back. So in threes, like, you can just kind of fly at people, like, if you're the first car up, because why not? See, again, his dribbling here is just, like, he's got really, really poor dribbling. Like, when he has the ball, he doesn't know what to do with it when he's not shooting. So I would definitely go into training, work on your dribbles, and try and just get, like, a small dribble game. Like, you don't need a ton. Just something small, so when you have those opportunities, especially in twos, you can make more of those plays. Okay, this is not a bad clear. Fox actually pushed up for some reason. That should have been Fox ball, like, if he was patient, but... Like, this is a good play. He throws up the wall to himself. He kind of hesitates again, though. Right here is actually a big hesitation play. Like, he grabs the boost... And he just kind of waits an extra second. It seems like he does win it, though, luckily. But he just seems a little hesitant to some of these balls. Let's go by just going back to net, see what they're doing. Both of them went for it. In twos, that's usually just a free goal if both people go for it, and it's a weak hit. But Wombat whiffs a bit. This is actually a good play by Merc. Whenever it's up the wall, especially when you're like Rising Star level, I wouldn't trust your teammates to hit it. So kind of be there just in case. Like, be in between the pass. And what if he just completely whiffs? Which kind of works out there for him. To just keep ball control for a little bit longer. Here, he waits for the bounce. Like, this was actually good. He kind of chipped it maybe a little too high. He probably could have had a more direct shot. Like, he always boosts. Like, all his boosts. Like, he just uses it to try and hit it as hard as he can, it seems. So, let's see again. We'll go down to 25% here. So, right here... Lilium's going to hit the ball against the wall. We can go a little faster here. Alright, so Lilium hits the ball. No one's there. Like, Lilium's still flying up on the wall. He's got all the time in the world. He could easily turn a little bit left, or I guess left, and wait for this bounce and just throw a good shot on net with like a diagonal flip, like off the diagonal part of your bumper. Instead, he just boosts really hard at the ball and like kind of gets a poor hit. Like, it does work because it goes high in the air, but he could have had a more quality hit there for sure. And it also screwed him up because when he jumped, then he kind of landed weird. So he couldn't catch up to this. Plus, it hits the ceiling. So once it hits the ceiling, you're kind of done for. Wombat also flew for this. I mean, that's just some miscommunication. That's hard to tell sometimes in twos. You just got to hope for the best. And they get a free goal because of it. But really, if he's just a little bit more patient, not just use all your boost right away and hit the ball. Like, know when it's your hit next, even for the next, like, 2 seconds. Like, I don't care if you can reach the ball in 0.5 seconds. If you have, like, 2 full seconds, use those 2 seconds to change your angle or whatever to make a better hit. All right, let's go back here. Ball just kind of lays out for him. Nice flip there to just keep the ball in the air. And gets a nice goal with 4 seconds left. Well done, well done. Probably could have been a save because it wasn't that hard of a shot because he had to try and catch up to the ball, but worked out. Personally here, so... Alright, so Wombat's out of the play because it's a face-off. I wouldn't be going for boost with 4 seconds left. When they have the ball on the wall, just sit in net, man. Like, just sit in net. Right here, like, if Fox actually, like, throws that high in the air, you're in trouble. Like, that's going to roll right over your net and possibly a free goal for Fox. So, just stay in net. There was 4 seconds left. Why do you need 100 boost over what, 44, I think you get? From the it from the start in the boost pad, so. Like, you gotta, like, realize time management. Like, you don't need certain things all the time, based on how much time is left in the game. Here, they're just kind of passing back and forth. Not great. Like, these hits are really, really poor. That first hit, I guess it's to, like, annoy Orange. Here, let's go back real quick. I'm going to go back here, see where everyone is, see if I can tell if this mattered. All right, so Fox could be coming up on him. He turns pretty high, though. And he's going to tap. Oh, he missed. Okay. So Fox is out of the play, and Lilium's nowhere nearby. Fox is going to circle back, obviously, when he can. But he's still landing. So there's no need to do, like, a baby touch here. You could probably just leave that for a teammate, because your teammate has, like, the next hit. Instead, it screws up your teammate. Now he passes it back to you on accident because of the first screw-up, which makes it another hard hit for you here. And, like, you don't want to have the ball bank off the wall like this. You would rather curl it up, if possible. Luckily, Fox went up the wall, I guess, anyway, and then he couldn't get a shot. No real reason for Fox to go up the wall there because there's no pass opportunity because Lilium's playing the net. But yeah, so this is a good 50-50. I'm not a big fan of his camera settings, by the way. Like, he gets a lot of, like, the grass when he's in ball cam, which I don't think I get usually, but maybe I just don't notice it. So sometimes it blocks his view. I can't tell if that's in the normal view too. Like right there, like you just can't see anything. It's really rough. But they get the clear. Not a great clear. I'd probably throw that to the right instead. Throw it up your walls because you don't want to roll it back up the middle just in case one guy's there waiting for a shot. All right, both of them miss. And again, he's just reacting a little slow to these balls, like just by a bit. I could have made a little bit more happen with that. Same with this hit, too. Like, he's got plenty of time. Like, he knows Fox is hitting this to him. And, I don't know, he just takes a little too long to do anything. Like, it is a good waste in time hit, though. And it does go to the side, but you probably could have done more with it. All right. And the shots. Ooh. So here is a time where you kind of have to hurry towards the ball. But you should try and hit that left. Probably wouldn't have mattered. He kind of just hit it like directly on net. Like, you should try and aim your shots when you can. Try and keep it away from your opponents as best you can. And it just seems like he just kind of throws it at the net, hoping that it goes in. It was probably blocked either way, though, so you can't say too much there. Here's a good play. Like, he knew that wasn't in. That's good awareness of the goal. And so he was waiting for that bounce. And this is what causes this goal here. Like, right here is really smart. Right there, he's like, nope, it's not in. I'm going to turn around. This is a really good play. A lot of players don't have this awareness in net. And this is actually a really solid play. So he knows. It's hitting off the wall. Fox can't hit it. It's his ball next. He has time. He waits until he has a quality hit. Personally, I probably would have hit it right here and just drove it up the wall. But he waits a little bit longer. And goes for the dunk against A. And it works out for him. Gets a nice dunk. And that's all she wrote. It's a nice clear. Wombat puts this one in. Nice bounce. Gets a really favorable bounce. A nice free goal. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this replay. This one was long. Woo! Long replay. Lots of talking. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Mostly, again, like a lot of players, they all do the same thing. You have more time than you think, especially in twos. You have way more time than you think. So make use of all the time you have. Like, change your angles when you can and like get better quality hits. But then also learn to dribble a little bit. When it's just you and the ball, don't just give up the ball and don't just, make a weird rolly hit towards them. Like, I personally, like, I'm not a perfect dribbler by any means, but like, you just got to know a little bit of dribbling to at least keep the opponents on their toes when it's a 1v1 situation, at least. Because those times when it's you and the ball versus a goalie should be to your advantage, not to the goalie's advantage. So just try and work on the dribbling. Just try and react a little bit quicker. Just like get that car moving a little quicker. And yeah, just wait for the ball to bounce and use your time wisely. You always have more time than you think. But that's pretty much it for this replay, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to get yours analyzed, check out the Patreon. Thanks for all the support, Merc. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Later.